Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast. I'm Chris Miller, and I am joined by three of my very good friends. What?
I didn't know McVey was going to be on.
Yeah, surprise! I'm here! Surprise!
He's here.
Yeah, so hey, after like a couple weeks off here, I feel like we hadn't done the show in a month. That's what it absolutely felt like, and I haven't seen you guys since last month.
Right.
There's a joke there somewhere. All you dads who are watching. I know,
June.
right? It is June. And, you know, we're right in the heart of the NBA finals. And a lot here to talk about on this episode of the Coach's Box. Like our main show topic. And all of us as coaches who, you know, we've all been hired. And we've all been strongly asked to leave at some point or told that there's a chance you could be fired, or you're like, man, I'm going to just get out of here before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But Gene Best, who's in the Basketball Hall of Fame, he has more wins than Mike Krzyzewski. Sorry, Zach. He is the winningest college basketball coach in the history of the sport. Told me in his coaching techniques class in 2003, he said, Chris, there are only two kinds of coaches. There are ones that get hired and there are ones who get fired. So always keep your bags packed. Coach Best had never been fired, I don't think, from a job. He had been at Three Rivers for about 40 years and he retired when he was 80-something. And I'm like, he'd coached in some high schools before. And I'm just like, geez, coach, I mean, at some point, is somebody going to do that to you? So at some point, you know, it's just how it goes. But on a national level, as we could all relate, Tom Thibodeau, he got relieved of his coaching duties, didn't even get a chance. How did Tom Thibodeau's season go this last season, guys? I mean,
pretty good.
It really, I mean, are you sure? I mean, if you get fired, you would think you probably did something terrible, like you weren't good. You weren't.
No. He was winning. He was winning a lot. Winning since the best in.
Yeah.
Let's say 25 years, quarter of a century, he was winning.
Yeah.
I got it.
What's that?
They need a new voice.
That is exactly what they said on SportsCenter.
Is that
pretty
what they
sure
said?
that's exactly what they said.
Three times.
Oh my gosh. It's a riddle that's been played at every level, whether it's
riddle?
A riddle, a saying, just tell the truth. Look, you know, we don't like you. We don't like you. The players don't like you, so we're going to move in a different direction, if that's what it is.
Well,
I hate the new voice. That's such a terrible way of telling someone.
Hold on, Chris. I know you have a comment, but I want to say that
I don't
a
have
new
any
voice. Yes, you do. A new voice.
Yes, you do.
So out of 4 out of the 5 years, taking them to the playoffs, it's the best that they've been in a quarter of a century. They went back to back, I think, playoffs since the 90s, Patrick Ewing 90s. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Now, when Jarvis says maybe it's because the players don't like you. Chris, insert your comment because I know you did because you sent us the picture on the meme from what's his face from Cat or whatever his name is. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the last 2 times that Tom Thibodeau has been fired, Karl Anthony Towns was playing for him. It's kind of ironic that
Don't you think?
Karl Anthony Towns is on this team and Thibodeau got fired. When he was with Minnesota, that happened to him as well in 2019. So, what's the common denominator here? I know Tom Thibodeau is obviously a common factor, but at least it might seem like Towns. Now, I've heard Mikal Bridges and him didn't get along, but acquiring Mikal Bridges, I believe, is one of the dumbest trades that they've like broke down in the last several years. Probably worse than the Luka Anthony Davis trade. So that's saying something.
Here's the funny part. You talk about Karl Anthony Towns. The rumor mill, the speculation, if you will, is the fact that he's not even going to be on the team next year, and the Knicks are going to make a run at Giannis. So how ridiculous would that be if he is the problem, or if he's part of the reason why Tibbs is gone, and then he's not even on the team next year? Like, it just,
what's the GM and owner thinking here? I just don't understand.
Work, and it is the Knicks, and they haven't thought for a very, very long time.
Well, I mean, you're finally getting relevant again.
Yep.
Well, I mean, and Botkins is right. By the way, you want to check out a great podcast. The Botkins Show is an amazing podcast with sports and wrestling and MMA. It's great. So, yeah, you know what? Cat can't play defense. I mean, he couldn't guard a cat that was dead laying in the road. So that's a very fair piece there.
Is Cat worse than Luka?
Probably because he's closer to the rim. He didn't have to move that far. It's kind of like volleyball. You only move 3 foot to the left and to the right,
Well, hey, well, he's the only piece they can move, like roster-wise. He is one of the pieces who literally cannot move when he plays defense. Boy, I don't know. Fat Will Smith is what every time I look at him, I'm like, he looks like Will Smith off Hitch when he gets that big swollen face. And then he has these weird mannerisms where he weird stuff. It's like, just dude, what are you doing?
I would be willing to bet, and there's been videos that have surfaced and all of that, like clips from different games and all that, where Tibbs is like, I don't know, we call it as adults holding each other accountable. You would think in the professional world that maybe, they're adults and multimillionaires too. But I guess when the players run the NBA, they can get butthurt all they want. And, you see Tibbs yelling at people. Chris, you've always said it's kind of like, hey, if I tell you to do your job, I'm going to do it nicely once. And after that, I'm going to yell at you.
No way.
So, yeah. And so that's kind of what he's known for. He's a fiery guy. He's an old soul, old school mentality type coach who knew that today's day and age and players and professionals, they don't like to be treated like that. So he gone, I guess. I don't know. Jarvis, what do you think, man?
He didn't treat them professionally, Zach. I mean,
professional. Hold on. Did he not build relationships?
Yeah, that was part of it. That was part of the voice he was not expelling out to those players. He didn't build any relationships with them. I guess he wasn't giving them high fives in the locker room.
No juice boxes.
Yeah.
Damn, juice boxes cost everything.
No ice cream cones afterwards or nothing. I will have to say, Weston played his first sports ever, and I hate to admit what sport it was because we never discussed this sport on here. But it was soccer, yeah.
Herdball. It's not soccer, it's herdball.
Herdball.
And out of the 4 or 5 weeks, whatever it was, and the YMCA kind of gypped us. We missed 2 weeks, and it still paid $150 for that shit, our stuff. And so, excuse me, soccer makes me cuss. But my point was that only once did everyone get something. They brought cookies one time. We didn't have ice cream cones all the time. I'm like, this is good start. And then the last time, some mom. She was super nice, but she brought cookies for everybody. I guess, the old school type of coaches are just not going to be able to withstand the new athletes of today.
Mm-mm.
The new athletes of today. I mean, let's think about it. It's coming, guys. It's going to be in high school soon enough. We're going to have to coddle our players so that they don't transfer. Well, I mean, you guys that are still coaching, well, coddle your players. I don't know what players I'll be coddling yet, but
you talk about before transferring. I think because we've all worked at small schools, big schools, small schools, and the like. I think you've always had to treat kids a certain way, because if not, then they may not come out, especially at the small school level. And then you have a real problem. I mean, that's why summertime, like right now, and Chris, you can probably talk about it later. We don't want to do a tangent here about sharing athletes in the summertime and how difficult it is for kids, to go here, there, and everywhere, and how difficult it is for the coaches in the sport. And I think you're going to see all that. And then, like you said, Jarvis, if at least in our state, if it ever opened up to where like, hey, open enrollment, or again, Misha says, we don't care what you do, we're just going to rubber stamp every transfer. Okay. Yeah. I could see that happening. I don't know if Misha would ever do that, but if it ever gets to that point, maybe.
Well, thing is we can go into this whole coddling mentality with, today's youth. And I think we've been down that road a few times with this whole move with Thibodeau, as mentioned by, people in our chat here. And I believe as well, like, who are you going to go and get? I mean, Rick Pitino threw out the first pitch for the Yankees the other night. They brought him up in the booth, and one of the questions they literally asked him was, are you interested in the job for the Knicks? I mean, how many guys are going to – now, again, there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to do it because it's obviously going to pay. It's obviously great on the resume.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm a guy who, wants to try to win – now, I don't think that you're going to walk. This is not a win now situation unless they go out and they get Giannis. They're a good team, but the biggest holes were their two best players because they can't guard. Brunson can't guard, and we all know that Karl Anthony Towns can't guard. So, are you going to go out and get a bunch of dudes who can make up for that? And how are you going to do it? Because as mentioned, Towns about the only guy you can move. So I don't know who they're going to get. That's an upgrade from Thibodeau who's available right now. There really isn't anybody walking around unless I'm missing somebody.
I go back to this though. I was looking at some of those scores, and when you've got 130 to 120 in a professional basketball game in the playoffs, like that's not an all-star game. That might have been an all-star game score when Jordan and the players of the 90s were playing.
Because they played hard. They wanted to. I mean, one of my most favorite all-star games is when Kobe's like, I'm guarding LeBron. And he shut LeBron down. And LeBron kind of, you could see he laughed a couple, but Kobe was like, nah, I'm shutting this dude down. I saw some.
I mean, 143 points, 137 points, 128 points, 126 points. So defense is irrelevant now. It doesn't matter.
Obviously not, because that's what Oklahoma City is going to win this series with. But we'll jump into that later. I think when it comes down to it, getting these professional basketball players to buy into the importance of playing defense itself. Thibodeau is a throwback defensive coach for many, many years. Okay. He was with the Knicks years and years ago. So he has that experience. He was with Boston when they won the championship and they were making the finals, and Boston hung their hat on defense. That's his MO. So when you hire Tom Thibodeau, you're not expecting the what's his face who used to coach the Suns when they had Nash, that that up tempo style where defense, whatever, we're just going to try to outscore you, which in my opinion is kind of what Indiana does right now to a degree, and a lot of the NBA teams try to do because everybody shoots the three. So you're not going to get that's not Thibodeau's thing. Thibodeau's like, we want to try to keep you from scoring. Now, again, you're limited because if you got it's not about the X's and O's, it's about Jimmy's and Joe's or Carl, because Carl can't guard. So if you got a Carl out there who's 7 foot tall and he can't guard, he's one of your better offensive guys. You're like, I guess I'll put up with it. And everybody else has to work a little harder.
Play zone.
That wore on people. I don't know.
Play zone. You only got to.
Well, hey, I've seen a lot of NBA teams play a 3-2 zone. D'Antoni, thank you, Doug.
Yep.
Doug Schaefer with the save right there. Mike D'Antoni. I knew it was an Italian name.
I mean, go zone.
I couldn't.
I mean, it's what's it? 24-second clock.
Wait.
Go zone.
Go zone. No.
Maybe Van Gundy will come back.
I don't think so.
I'm just thinking of old Knicks coaches.
But you talk about that. Like, okay, Tibbs has been around quite a bit. It does bring the question up: why do we see the rinse, wash, repeat coaches at the professional levels? Why is there not an influx of new coaches, whether that's coming from the college ranks, whether that's coming from high school to college to pro? Why do we see the same? I'm just curious. I think that kind of opens up a good discussion on.
I mean, look at what Doc Rivers has done. I mean, he's been so great.
What hasn't he done? What has he done?
2008.
They fire a good young coach to bring in Doc Rivers, and what has it done? He just wants out of there now. I mean, Doc Rivers sucked. So you fired
Doc Rivers has made a career off of one championship. He's made a career off one championship.
Always brought up.
He retired from playing.
Always brought up.
Why though?
I know because he's been around.
Because he's a player's coach. Let's be honest.
In the NBA, what are you?
Let's be honest.
Come on.
I mean, how much?
Come on. You dragging these guys around by their drawstrings?
No, they get to drag. The players get to drag the coaches around. Or the GM.
I guess they're dragging little Doc around because he's a little dude. Oh, okay. You play the NBA. Come on, Doc. Come on over here, little buddy. Come on.
It's no different when
you gotta be kidding me. He didn't do he didn't do a damn thing in Orlando. He was in Boston for 9 seasons. And they won the championship. When they went back to the finals, you know what happened? Kobe said, no, you don't get any more. You're not good enough. Sorry, bro. You're done. Those 4 years that he had with them, they won 66 games. They won 62 games. Then they won 50 and won 56. After that, they didn't do anything. He goes to the Clippers. The Clippers were one of the most talented teams when they had Chris Paul, and it was Lob City, Blake Griffin, and he didn't do a damn thing there either. He won some games, and he couldn't get him over the hump. He didn't do anything in Philadelphia, and he had talent there, an influx of talent, whatever, Embiid plus whoever else wanted to come in and form super team, whatever. And then he comes to Milwaukee, and you know what he hasn't done? A damn thing either. He is right. He is right. I've never seen a coach or an entire generation of whatever, they all revert back to that 2008 championship, and they're like, oh, Doc Rivers, he's the man. He's won 58% of his games, man. He's just over 500. He's only been doing it. Everybody just keeps hiring him. You're right with that, Zach. Why do we keep hiring Doc Rivers? I mean, seriously, what has he ever done? He won't die.
But you
go away. Go
He won't
away.
die.
He won't
Oh,
die.
my
He's got a
gosh.
5-year plan. What? Don't die,
But
please. Get out of here.
I just
die
wanna-
from
I-
the NBA.
again, whether it's
Please.
and again the New York Giants and you watch Hard Knocks, I just think I want to know what goes inside the minds of these owners and these GMs, because all I think about with Tibbs right now is what Dwayne Casey, when he was coach of the year in 2018, but literally got fired after he's the coach of the year and gets fired that year. Like I don't understand. People are there. It's exciting. You're bringing the celebrities back. You can see all the celebrities. Even Ben Stiller came out and said, I don't understand why we're firing Thibodeau when he's I don't
Now wait. Zach, I'm gonna put a timeout on that. First off, when celebrities say I don't understand why we're doing things, I immediately stop listening. They don't live in the same world that you and I live in. They live in this alternate universe that's not even remotely close to the same. So for Ben Stiller, listen, just shut up and be funny, you court jester.
He doesn't get an opinion though,
Make a
like
good
us?
movie.
Oh my
No, not even as a
gosh.
fan, because his tickets he can pay Chubb. It's like, oh, petty cash. Here, I'll sit courtside. No. You go sit up in the nosebleeds with the real Knicks fans, and then you can come down and you can have an opinion. You don't get to have a damn opinion. It's like Jack Nicholson. You don't have an opinion. I don't care if you're like the Lakers fan. No, I don't care what Jack has to say about that. That's the truth, and he can't handle the truth, and I don't want to hear anything else. No, you don't live in the same world, celebrity, so you don't get to talk to me about politics. You don't get to talk to me about your sports teams. You do not have an opinion. Just dance for me, puppet. Dance. I want to be entertained. As you say, are you not entertained? No, I'm not. He's not put out a good movie in a long time. Go make Dodgeball 2, because you guys can't come up with anything new.
Tropic Thunder 2.
You can't make Tropic Thunder, Zach. That's no. You made Tropic Thunder once, and he got away with it. He broke the rule. He actually broke the mold there. That's a movie that you could like make once and then never work again. And somehow he got away with it right before Hollywood went really crazy and everybody canceled each other. And the fact that those guys haven't been canceled, it's amazing. I mean, literally blackface and making fun of disabled people the entire movie, and they got away with it. So, in this century, it's amazing. But he doesn't get an opinion about the Knicks. He just shuts his damn mouth. But the other people who are Knicks fans who aren't, uber celebrities, they all agree. And just seeing the Twitter X, whatever, all those posts and stuff, it's crazy. Everybody's
What have the Old Town
doing?
Knicks been saying, like Marbury and the ones that like were on courtside, going crazy when they were winning? Have they?
I mean, I don't follow stuff on Marbury. So
well,
I
don't either. I just didn't know if there was anything like, I don't know, man. We just recycle. We're going to rinse and recycle. What do we, it's just, that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. At the end of the day, let's think about it. Okay. Everything comes back to money. So if you're the owner and your whole goal is to profit and make as much money as possible, are you going to make more money by scoring 140 points a night and playing no defense, or having guys that aren't as good that's going to play lockdown defense, but it's not as fun, it's not as entertaining? So everything's going to come back to money. And so if you're the owner, you're probably looking at Tibbs like, are we going to be able to bring players in that are going to score, that are going to make me more money? Oh no. Wait, players are aggravated at the coach. Nope. Bye. See ya. We got to get people in that want to be here. Not the fact that it's just New York anyway, and it's the Knicks, and, trying to be relevant again in 25 plus years. No. Everything's going to come back to money. So I guarantee you, it probably in his mind and the owner's mind, it's affecting the bottom dollar. And you know what? Nope. We got to get somebody in that's going to at least coach big names and coach them the way they need to be coached.
It's, if the general manager doesn't get any more talent, it doesn't matter. If they can't make a trade for Giannis, they're not going to win. They're not gonna win. It's New York. They don't. No, no, because they're the damn Knicks and they do stupid stuff, and it's exactly why.
Yeah.
That's the best. This is the best they've done in 25 years. 25 years ago, how old were you, Zach? Don't answer that. But you were younger.
Younger.
Okay.
Yep.
You're like half the age you are.
I
now.
was 24.
I'm gonna say Jarvis is probably still, well, no, he was teaching 24 years ago.
Guys, we didn't.
I was teaching. The next year's my 26th year.
25 years ago, kids weren't walking around with cell phones.
Yeah.
25 years ago, I was at Perryville.
That's how far back that was.
Mhm.
How much stuff is different nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's how long it's been. That's a quarter of a century. You've had your best run in 25 years. 25 years. It's not like, okay, hey, our franchise was kind of fledgling. We've never done anything. If you're Toronto and you fire Dwayne Casey, okay, whatever. Then next year they hire Nick Nurse and then they win it. But they also had to make moves. They had to get Kawhi that helped them win it.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. You
And
bring that guy in.
It's so great. That's what people don't understand about this profession. Thibodeau has no recourse. He has nothing.
No, he's getting paid, bro.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there's a buyout somewhere.
No, wait.
What was it?
Oh, I don't have to look it up. Google.
Well, how about this? So, listening to Unsportsmanlike, apparently his former agent is the guy who runs the Knicks. So they signed him to an extension. He's going to make buku millions of dollars because they fired him. They got to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to get all that money unless there's a buyout, but there's a bunch of money that's tied up in Tom Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
So the question was kind of floated around, like, was there a comment? Because this is not like a knee-jerk reaction. Obviously, he didn't win like enough, apparently, to keep his job, which again, whatever. He takes these guys. Obviously, they were good last year, but not good enough. This had to be discussed. This had to be discussed somewhere behind closed doors, saying we might look at moving more away from Tom Thibodeau. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna sign him to an extension. That way, he wraps up the money. Like, dude, I got you. I will take care of you.
Well,
okay, just in case they try to pull the carpet out from underneath you, I got you. That was that's being floated as kind of a conspiracy theory.
Oh, it was
that signed the extension just to take care of him.
hey.
It was definitely planned. I mean,
yeah,
you don't get the new voice comment if it wasn't planned. So, it was a plan. It was a planned assassination, I guess you could say, or whatever. But you don't,
premeditated murder.
I mean, it's when you don't have any better comment than they need a new voice.
Are you saying that that's a cop out? If that comment is said to a coach, do you think that's a cop out? Yes. Jarvis, you can. Okay, well, I was going to say you could recuse yourself from this.
I'm not recruising. Like. Why? What was it matter?
Cruising? No, not recruising. Not get back in your car.
We quit cruising back in the 90s.
I was going to say
90s. I was cruising when I was in school, and that wasn't the 90s.
Oh, shut down. They shut down on Main Street around here.
I know. Main streets everywhere shut down. Thanks, kids. Ruin everything.
So yeah, I can still see the video of Festus and
all right.
You know what I like about? Well, yeah, I'm sure you do. That's a great movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. What movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey.
Any final thoughts on this before we go to break, gentlemen? Go ahead.
I don't know. It's just a wicked world we live in, man. I don't like. Again, when you say it was planned, Jarvis, you say it was planned. What would he have had to have done? You know what I mean? Would he have had to go to the finals?
It's finals and finals appearance or bust. I mean, that's
you'd have to win it.
He might. I wouldn't be surprised if that was what it was. He had to win it. If he won it, then they couldn't fire him.
I mean, go back to, and you talk about your history of sports class when we say The Last Dance. They did the same thing with Phil Jackson in Chicago decades ago.
True.
So like when they want you out, they want you out. And I get it. It's the owner's prerogative.
That is one of the worst things that ever happened in NBA history because they didn't get a chance to run. I think they could win 7. They could win. I think they win another one if they kept that. And they wanted to pull the excuse they were too old. I mean, that was Jordan would have came back to try to win another. I mean, he says it. You know, that's one of the biggest things that haunts him is they didn't get that chance to go for another one. And now, I mean, at some point, you're going to have to quit giving them chances to go after them. But my God,
when they lose, I say,
I'm with you.
It's money. Okay, again, if you're that owner and your whole idea is to make money,
why would you not give them a 7th chance? Why would you
break up the band? Why would you break up the band? I don't get it.
Pride.
No, there was pride in the GM. I mean,
well, that because again, know your role or whatever, Krista, stay in your lane. Like, hey, Jordan, the players, the coach, like you're the puppet master behind the scenes. Your credit is when you win and everybody gets the ring and you get the parade. But you said it. Pride is the issue. Saying, well, I gotta be the guy that's out front. You know what I mean? As much as and you can probably tell me if I'm wrong. I know Jarvis will. As much as Mo, we dislike Mo. I don't see him as that attention-seeking person. I don't see that. Maybe that's the thing with the GMs. Maybe that's the things with the owners. Maybe there's some hubris and pride there. I don't know, but it just makes no sense to me why you break up the bands the way that they do. That makes sense.
Guys, it's for a number of reasons. Most of it being pride and the fact that I said I can do it, and I went and if I'm not going to go back on what I said, so we're going to do it my way, and that's just the way it is. Real quick, who do the Knicks hire? And what you got to pick somebody right now. Who do they hire? Jarvis, go.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I said
just
Stan Van Gundy.
Zach,
what was Indiana Carlisle or somebody like that? I think that was
assistant. I heard one of the assistant coaches from Indiana.
Pick somebody, dadgummit.
I said Carlisle.
So they're going to hire Rick Carlisle.
Yeah,
from Indiana.
Yeah.
No.
You had said pick. I'm just saying that
they're hiring Doc Rivers, okay? Doc Rivers will be the new head coach of the New York Knicks. You write it down right now because we got to go find a dude who apparently has the pedigree of a champion from this century. Because he did win it in this century. It's been, albeit damn near 20 years ago, but he won it. So we got to go with him. And I bet you the Knicks do something stupid like that. So
there you go, Crump. Jason Jarvis.
There you go. Put your resume in.
I'm gonna send my resume. Why not? I sent it everywhere else. Might as well send it there too.
James Dolan. Let me tell you about me.
Jay Wright?
No.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd was going to be a name I was going to say.
I told you, Doc Rivers.
I'm just looking at all this stuff.
No, Doc Rivers, because that makes more sense.
I'm gonna go Jason Kidd.
I'm gonna say Doc Rivers because it's the most Nick thing to do is to hire somebody stupid like Doc Rivers.
No, I know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be their former point guard Heisman winner,
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward. He's gonna jump from high school to.
Oh, that would be a Nick thing to do too. Like let's go find the most weirdest hire ever and make it, or the Doc Rivers hire.
Hey, when the Lakers hire Jay Redick, why not? You might as well.
Who has a podcast right now that's popular?
There it is. The coach
Steven Alexander.
What if we all did it? What if we all did? Hey, we'll
collectively.
I'll take the paycheck. That's fine.
Yeah, it's half a year and you guys are out. Okay,
guys. I mean,
you don't get anything.
My background at Herculaneum High School they look at that and be like, he's our guy.
Hey, players coach, hold on. You want some playing time. Have at it. You get all the playing time you want.
All right, so this is a train wreck. Will you come back? We got more hoops to talk about. You're watching Coach's Box.
the guy sitting next to your girl on the kiss cam.
And this game just got a lot more interesting.
Sheila? Mom?
Fire!
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. Let's go, beat it. So get Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Bro! Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
It's Between Takes with Daikin and Dave Mars.
Good. All right, next set up.
Hey, Dave, we got another question about energy savings. And this is a good one.
Yeah, efficiency is so important.
Didn't you just talk with Daikin about this?
They said energy efficiency is the key to a happy marriage. She gets the temperature, I get the savings.
Good to know. I'll tell them to check with their local Daikin dealer.
All right, back to one.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. In the hobby of collecting, check out Elite Collectibles, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They carry a wide variety of sports cards, trading cards, magic cards, Pokemon cards, and other non-sports cards. Need some supplies? They also have sleeves, top loaders, boxes, and much, much more. They have online auctions every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and also do bulk grading submissions to SGC and CGC. Check out Elite Collectibles at 1258 Main Street in Imperial, Missouri. You can also view their entire inventory at www.elitecollecting.com.
You need new entertainment. You need full-length content. You need the Real Fresh channel. Hey, I'm Health Fresh from the Real Fresh channel. Subscribe today on YouTube. We have new content. We are a network of podcasters putting out new stuff every single day. Whether you need sports, pro or college, whether you need comedies, whether you need pop culture, whether you need wrestling, we've got so much content on there. Gaming, check it out. Live, not live, we've got it all. The Real Fresh channel. Subscribe today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Coach's Box Call. Like we see it, podcast. This is episode 237. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for another brand new episode as Jarvis gets extremely comfortable on his couch. If you like our show, you can always go back and you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on X. I'm pretty sure Facebook already deleted all of our old videos because, well, they suck. But we're still going to broadcast there because many of you guys like to watch from there as well. So don't forget to share, like, comment. We've got a lot of people who've made comments tonight. It's okay. We like it. If you want to make fun of us, go for it. You want to make fun of Jarvis right now and before he falls asleep while we're on the show, feel free to. He isn't wearing a CPAP, so he'll snore and we'll know when.
Hey, you know it's kind of it's kind of funny. I just got my CPAP in the mail today.
There you go.
So
it's like I predicted the future right here.
Hey, Mike Malone. We did not think of him, who was just let go in Denver.
Yeah.
Before the playoffs and everything, Mike Malone. And what was I don't understand why no one's hired the guy that was at Milwaukee and got canned for Doc Rivers yet.
I don't know. I guess he didn't win enough. Wait, he won a championship. Oh, I guess it wasn't enough. He didn't
win a championship, did he?
Oh, the one before Doc? No.
No, yeah.
The guy who did win a championship.
Yeah, he hasn't been hired either, has he?
I don't think so.
So, I mean, on the internet, I will say Jay Wright was mentioned there.
Nobody, they're not hiring him.
Everyone thinks it's going to be Johnny Bryant, who was there before under Thibodeau. Then he went to Cleveland this last year, and now
Why would you, if he was a Thibodeau disciple, why would you even remotely want him? Like, is that would, to me, that does not make any sense.
Hi, welcome to
whatsoever.
welcome to Tom Thibodeau 2.0.
Yeah. Hey, what's the song? Hey, here's the boss. Same as here's the new boss. Same as the old boss.
I don't know why. I can't believe they even bring up Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley is not going to coach the New York Knicks.
That was another one. Yeah, that would be interesting.
How would it be Dan Hurley if they didn't like Thibodeau yelling at him?
I was
what are they going to think? What are they going to think about that psychopath?
I'm gonna say.
Well, he wins though, so it is what it
Thibodeau
is.
did too.
So
psychopath.
So speaking of the Knicks, you know, they lost to the Indiana Pacers, the aforementioned Indiana Pacers, who made the finals for, let's see, it's the second time, ain't it? The second time the Pacers have been in the NBA finals after, you know, they won 3 ABA championships. Jason, what were those teams like? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Anyway,
I know nothing about the ABA.
Well, they used a ball that was red, white, and blue. So let's start with that. But the
everybody
Pacers,
love everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Jackie Moon is not real. So this is their second NBA Finals appearance, and you know, right now they are losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are heavily, and I mean heavily, favored to win the finals. I'm calling it gentleman's sweep. I think 5 games with at least one blowout somewhere here. But fellas, what's your thoughts on this matchup between the Thunder and the Pacers? 2 legendary franchises in their own rights here. I'm totally joking here.
Okay.
As both franchises have made this is their second NBA Finals appearance. Neither one has won an NBA championship. Before the Thunder were the Thunder, they were the Seattle Supersonics, which I wish they still were, but whatever. Money, greed, power.
They're talking about bringing back the Supersonics.
Yeah, and they're going to be like the brought back Charlotte Hornets, like a dead carcass skeleton of what the franchise used to be. Because when I was a kid and watched the Hornets, they had Grandmama, Muggsy, Del Curry, the original Curry, the original Chef Curry. No, well, they got him later, but they had Zoe.
Yeah.
They had Hersey Hawkins.
Yeah.
How about
Big
that?
Country on it. Or Montrose. There's one tall white guy with a buzz haircut. He played there.
Montrose played there like later on after he was drafted by the Celtics. Dude, get your history right. Come on.
Did he play for them?
Yeah. What point?
Yeah, there we go.
But he's a history teacher. Leave him alone.
Right.
He played for him. Go ahead.
So I don't know. They bring back the Seattle. I mean, which would be cool because I do like the Supersonics. You know, the fact they're not here and that's a good market. But
Zach, I hate to interrupt, Chris.
Go ahead.
But this is the most NBA talk I think this show has ever had.
I know. That's all right.
Well,
it's finals. We got to give it its due, I guess, at least one time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do because the Cardinals are losing the Royals 7-5. Them stupid jerks.
Well, they came back and won. They came back and won the first game.
All right. Well, let's get to work, boys.
Yeah. So see, there you go. I mean, good things can happen. This is after Helsley blew the save. So, you know, he's doing great with the 3.2 ERA. Anyway, so back to the NBA finals.
To trade later. Great.
It should have already traded him. I know. So the Thunder won 68 games this year. And I don't know if you guys know that. That's probably I believe it's the 4th highest total of regular season wins in NBA history, behind the Warriors, Bulls, and the Lakers. The Thunder?
Well, now here's what I'm gonna say. And ESPN had I guess a little short documentary on, I guess, maybe their GM. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you see
I
this?
did it. I did. It was awesome.
Okay. And basically how when they were still in Seattle, he was a young guy in his 20s, and they talked about how he had originally thought that Jason Kidd should have been the pick, and he wasn't. Long story short, when he finally gets the job, his first real big splash is Kevin Durant. And when they moved to Oklahoma City, they put together Westbrook and then Harden in consecutive drafts or whatever it is. So they had their run. I look at it as, is he doing it again with this run with Holmgren, SGA, and I can't remember the other guy that's on the commercial with him. Like that. They're big three. He did. Is it Williams?
Realize
Go ahead.
they have 3 first.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams, yes. They have 3 first-round draft picks next year. 3. And then we're not done yet. They have 3 in 2006. Then they have 2 second-round picks. Then you go to 27, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. Dude, he has them lined up to be solid. I mean, you got that many picks. Look how good they are, and you're still going to have draft picks. I mean, and he done Williams is a steal. Jalen Williams is a steal. The way he's played and where he was drafted, and steal for them. And SGA, I mean, he's phenomenal.
Wait, now here's the thing, guys. Their first round draft pick from 2024 was that Nikola Topic or whatever. And a lot of people really like this guy, like, because he's a Serbian kid. And he was the 12th pick in the draft. And he had a torn ACL, so he's out. He's been out for the season. Okay. They traded. This is the kind of savvy stuff that you're talking about. He was the Houston Rockets pick. He was the future first round pick that they traded and got. It was a Chris Paul. They traded Chris. The Rockets traded Chris Paul in this pick, a 2021 first round pick, a 2025 first round pick, and the 2026 first round pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Russell Westbrook. So they got that was one of them. The other one was because everybody thinks Paul George is some kind of savior. When Paul George me and Paul George have done the exact same amount in the NBA, except he's made money. Okay. Not Jack. You've done Jack squat. He had done any Dick Diddley. He done anything.
Dick Diddley.
You never heard it? You know who that guy is? He had nothing, not a damn thing. And somehow they keep. It's like Russell Westbrook just keeps getting recycled. Russell Westbrook will be the next Doc Rivers of the NBA. Like, he's just gonna keep him and Paul George. It's like, dude, it's my turn. I'm gonna be Doc Rivers. No, I'm gonna be Doc Rivers. And they just keep it. So you traded these guys and they loaded up. Jason's right. They got so many picks.
So many.
What a great job. And they're going to be good for the next 3 years. If I'm Oklahoma City, if we win it this year, I don't trade anybody. I don't want Giannis. I want to win. I don't want to give away any of these picks and trade away team chemistry. If they're under player control, no freaking way.
And I think that's what you bring up is chemistry. And again, we can sit here. Okay, they have not won anything yet, but we'll see if they wind up winning this championship. They're going to get compared with the original trio of Durant, Harden, and Westbrook. Okay, this new trio.
They should have won. They should have won one.
Okay, but I think the question is going to be why didn't they? And I think Chris answers it when you talk about team chemistry. You got Holmgren played at Gonzaga. Okay, again, that is premier small school team. But
played 4 years, right?
I believe.
I think so.
No.
Well,
no.
My point is that that's a program to where you have to buy into a culture. Okay. And then again, you've got SGA out of Kentucky. And in that time frame, you talk about Calipari saying, hey, everybody's going to kind of buy in. And then again, with Williams, Santa Clara, right? So again, I don't see the ego, right? I just don't see the ego that you had with the Durant, with the Harden, and with the Westbrook. Now, they might happen, especially if they win. Just okay, maybe that's just the nature of the beast. But if they stay with it, you might keep that band together for a while. And why wouldn't you? You talked about a team chemistry.
Well, and then you're gonna add draft picks that not necessarily are gonna have huge egos either. You're coming to a team with SGA and all these guys. Their GM, I mean, kudos. He's done a freaking fabulous job. I mean, he made a run to the finals. How many times they make the finals with that other group? Is it only one?
I say one off the top of my head.
Because James Harden
that's right.
left, and then all of a sudden now Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant can't get along. So it is about team chemistry. It is about having the right pieces that fit together.
Yes,
because
I will say
talent-wise, let's talk about the top players from that team. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom, just like that, right? I don't even know. I can't name anybody else on that team. Should I? That's three future Hall of Famers. Are there 3 future Hall of Famers right now that you could say, oh yeah, those guys are good? There'll be Hall of Famers.
Talk about on maybe. This year, on this Thunder.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you.
That's why people like Mike. That's why people like Mike Greenberg say that the super team might be dead. I mean, think about it. You're saying with the big 3, there isn't really a big 3. You got Shea, you've got Jalen Williams, who's a good player, and it really trails off because I mean, yeah, you can say what you want about Holmgren's good, but he's not a stud. He's not there yet. He will get there. He's only 22 years old. Jalen Williams is 23. These guys are all young. They still haven't. They're still not veterans in NBA realms. Yeah. Even Shea, who's played for 5-6 years. So you can say what you. I mean, Giannis is 10 years into his career, believe it or not. So he's already 28. I don't put him in this group. Your oldest guy on your team is the Williams guy and Alex Caruso. And Caruso is probably the most underrated player in the NBA, and he's a glue guy. And here's the thing about them. Watch the way they play. They play defense. They bought into the system of we're going to keep you from scoring, and then we know who the guy is. Shea's going to go to that spot right there. He's going to walk your happy butt, walk you. I've never seen, it's been a long time since I've watched the NBA and a guy who can either slow dribble, back you down to the high post, create separation, and shoot it like he's an old man at the Y, or he can shoot the 3 and he's a productive player and he's the best player in the league. He's the MVP because his team went 68 and whatever. And they're in the finals. I mean, he is the MVP. You could say what you want. Jokic was good. I'm not going to say he's not. But Shea is the guy because he's the most valuable. Everybody else knows the role. Everybody else knows the role.
I much rather watch SGA than Jokic play. Jokic is.
I mean, I'll be honest. I've enjoyed watching the NBA this year more. I still think they shoot too many threes. But
way too many. I mean, the Celtics shot him out of a series. Yeah,
you have a chance to repeat. And here, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to throw this out for free on the whole thing with the 3-point shot.
Oh, you go ahead.
There have been more comebacks from down 15 points since 2010. You know why? The same reason why that these guys aren't fouling out of games like they should be, because if you're shooting a 3, you're not attacking the guy when they're in foul trouble. So when the Pacers blew that lead to the Knicks, and I think it was game 5 or something, they should have really put them away. They had all those guys in foul trouble. Brunson had fouls, Cat had fouls, everybody had fouls, Bridges had fouls. You're thinking, oh shoot, this is they're toast. No, they instead of attacking the basket, which they got them in foul trouble doing that. You know what they did? Shot threes. You allow those guys to get hot and wait for that momentum shift, and you're not putting these guys on the bench because they're not in foul trouble. If you attack them, go to the basket, make them foul you. You have them on the bench, and they can't be in the game to make those runs at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. I know you can statistically score more points when you shoot threes. Duh. More shots per per second. Yes, you have chances of scoring, but you might not win those games because as soon as you go cold, you're done. Or those guys aren't fouled out, and now they're in the game still, so they're getting hot. Boom! I want to win.
Yeah,
dude, I know this is totally off topic.
Dort, isn't it Dort? It's Dort, not Dork.
Dort.
There's a Jarvis comment right there. What dork is that?
It was a typo. Gosh,
I know.
dang.
Well, good God. Are you going to defend David? I'm just giving him a hard time.
I know you are.
Brothers got to stick together.
Right.
Brothers don't shake hands.
It was just
brothers
like the reels. Both reels he comes up with
my
for me.
God.
Both of them.
Because
that's again, dance for me, puppet. You two are the entertainment. At least you're supposed to be.
Well, you're not very entertaining,
Jim,
Zach.
I would say Jim, but we're
Who?
seeing it. Exactly.
Who?
Exactly.
What?
Every time when we bring this up, I'm thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy. Who are you? Star-Lord. Who? That's right there. Who?
See, look, Dave
Jim?
got mad
Who?
now too. Typo.
Typo ass. Sounds.
Should there be a comma in there?
Did you catch that, Dave? Is that like a disease? Typo ass?
Oh no, he's just making a point, Jason. You gotta be nice.
Dave caught typo ass.
Jarvis had that back in college a couple times, I thought.
No, I did not. And evidently Dave Jarvis did. And I don't even want to say what that
What's the
probably
cure
came
for that?
from.
What's the cure for that? You gotta use a mallet? I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't gonna say a mallet. I was thinking something else, but I mean, I'm not even gonna say it.
Well, hey, Oklahoma City is up by 12 now, so
yeah, there's Rick Carlisle that he says is going to be coaching the Knicks. The Pacers aren't going to fire Rick Carlisle.
No, but money talks. I'm just saying.
He's not going anywhere.
I'm just repeating what was said on ESPN today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what, Zach? I'll tell you what. I'll give you $20 if Rick Carlisle
You
goes
put me on
there.
the spot.
Typo US.
There it is.
You still should have a comma in there.
Right.
There still should be a comma.
Is that better? Question mark.
It's not an English teacher. I mean, the guy can barely walk and talk.
You're gonna make fun of his cognitive skills while you're at it too.
Hey, we're going down to play in the old Clearwater golf tournament this weekend, buddy.
Oh boy.
I got a big weekend. I got Jill's graduation party tomorrow.
Going to Bed Bath and Beyond. Don't know if you have enough time.
No, her graduation party's at the Elks because I didn't understand what you were saying. And then we're going down to Piedmont. We're going to play some rounds of golf in the rain.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't go to that golf course. I'm banned from it for life.
What?
Are you serious?
I was told that. Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, first off, they said that we were destroying the greens, and me and my buddy, I don't want to name names, we were out just playing golf. Like we wanted to go play golf, and there were these people that were jacking around in front of us.
Oh, it's new owners now, but go ahead.
Oh, well, maybe unless they have my picture there. I've changed a little bit since then. Maybe I'll just grow a beard out like Zach. Nobody will recognize me. Be patchy though. So I mean, they said that we were destroying the greens, and they're like, "You need to leave." And I'm like, "Okay, well, why?" Well, you guys were, tearing up. I'm like, no, we weren't. Well, you need to leave now.
Well, this
okay.
Golf, there won't probably be many people in their right minds by the time that golf tournament. It's a good time.
Oh, okay.
The golf tournament down there is a good time, and
just be careful with the greens. Like,
well,
whatever.
Their greens sucked last year, but I mean, whatever.
Shoot. Maybe they're watching the show, Jason. You never know.
Oh, they'll get over it. Gosh
Will
damn,
they,
you're
though?
the yes. I mean, this is the biggest moneymaker they have down there. I'm talking about for the golf.
Oh, we should ask them to be sponsors.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing that. I'm just gonna go into business and say, look, Coach's Box, support us.
Now, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, so we come back. You're going to see segment 3 of the Coach's Box if you're still paying attention and watching. So we'll be right back after.
If they're not NBA fans, they might have left.
Well, you know what? That's fine. We have other stuff to talk about.
That's right.
Because we're the
Kiss
Coach's
my
Box.
grits. Hey, and this is all free.
It's all free. So there you go. See you in a second.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
It's Between Takes with Daikin and Dave Mars.
Cut. All right, next set up.
Hey, Dave, we got another question about energy savings. And this is a good one.
Yeah, efficiency is so important.
Didn't you just talk with Daikin about this?
They said energy efficiency is the key to a happy marriage. She gets the temperature, I get the savings.
Good to know. I'll tell them to check with their local Daikin dealer.
All right, back for one.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. In the hobby of collecting, check out Elite Collectibles, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They carry a wide variety of sports cards, trading cards, magic cards, Pokemon cards, and other non-sports cards. Need some supplies? They also have sleeves, top loaders, boxes, and much, much more. They have online auctions every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and also do bulk grading submissions to SGC and CGC. Check out Elite Collectibles at 1258 Main Street in Imperial, Missouri. You can also view their entire inventory at www.elitecollecting.com.
You need new entertainment. You need full-length content. You need the Real Fresh channel. Hey, I'm How Fresh from the Real Fresh channel. Subscribe today on YouTube. We have new content. We are a network of podcasters putting out new stuff every single day. Whether you need sports, pro or college, whether you need comedies, whether you need pop culture, whether you need wrestling, we've got so much content on there. Gaming, check it out. Live, not live, we've got it all. The Real Fresh channel. Subscribe today.
Screenshot something and send it to your district, and then he was already.
Well, what are you on right now, dude? It's loud.
Why are you laughing about me not paying attention?
You're whatever you're on is loud right now. As soon as we came back, it's blaring loud.
Okay, it's you ever listen to this dude?
Y'all be good, man.
Teaching dude.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Oh man, he comes up with some funny stuff.
Funny stuff. All right. Well, you got to turn that off. You're watching the Coach's Box and whatever video Jason was just putting on there, but that's not nearly as important. We're back for our third and final segment of the show. Zach will be right back as soon as Zach
he says I'm back.
He says he's back. So we're going to bring Zach back. Hi, Zach. Welcome back. We're back too. Jason's now back. He was playing a video, wasn't paying attention. Shocker.
I was
So
watching TikTok, man. What do you do?
Different
I was
angles.
like
so
the
you can
kids.
sleep.
I was like the kids.
yeah. So hey, speaking of TikTok, if you like
Wow, that
our
hurt.
show, you can check out our TikTok.
Your
Coach's Box.
TikToks. I say I don't have TikTok.
He'll just
We'll
make
put
fun
you
of me
on.
on
I'm
it.
gonna put Zach on
Just
there.
call it Jarvis TikTok because that's what it was.
Oh,
I wish you would have left the second one up because the second one was the funniest one.
You're like,
I said streaking.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the best one. You need to put that one back up. I just said,
now he wants it back. It was like,
Never
why always
happened.
gotta be me? I'm always on the TikTok.
what
I'm
I
like,
said was,
took it down. I
Never
took it down.
happened.
Leave
No.
the first one. Took it down. You're gonna
No,
complain.
I
It's either you're
said-
in or you're out. Or you're in or you're out.
oh my
Shooting a
God.
three, you're shooting a layup. There's no mid-range, Jason.
Mid-range,
You can't
no.
be in between. Sorry. You're like the NBA. You are now like the NBA. There's no mid-range. You're either way over here or you're way down there. You're not right here. So there you go. Done.
Not so much here
Here,
or
here.
here. Right.
You guys both suck.
You suck. So, speaking of suck, the Cardinals pitching is starting to suck, as I predicted.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are all over there going, oh my God, they're so great. No,
Who?
they're starting to
No,
suck.
no. That would be Kevin.
Kevin.
That would be Kevin, Mr. hashtag 91 wins.
Hashtag 91 wins. You got
No.
91 games this year. No, they're not.
No.
No, they're not.
I think poor Leahy's arm might fall off if he keeps pitching them. I don't know. I don't know what he's got now because I switched to NBA, but he had like 34 pitches already, and I'm thinking, dude, you pitch that dude every day.
He throws him all the time.
Okay, Matheny had Segrist, the tall lefty. And then there was I'm trying to remember anybody that's watching.
Great. Keep going.
The Rule 5 pitcher that we had, righty, dark hair, not Bowman. Maybe it was a Bowman.
Yeah, Zach. I mean, I pay attention to their hair because they wear freaking hats.
It was like dark. Anyway, short guy. I think it was Bowman. They threw his arm out. Now Marmal's throwing late. I mean, again, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't. People were trying to during this winning phase the last several weeks here. When they were winning, they did have what, like how many game winning streak in a row there?
9.
Like, yeah. And so,
it was a good
are they
streak.
gonna bring Ollie back? Does he deserve to be back? It's not necessarily.
Let's have him finish the damn year before we give him an extension. The most Cardinal thing to do.
They even tried to justify leaving Palatine in for 5 runs the other night. And it's like, okay, maybe your bullpen is that bad. Chris, this is when you would normally say it's that bad.
It's that bad.
You gotta pull him. You gotta sit here and say, hey, and then afterward you say, look, I'm playing the roster that I was given. The bullpen pitchers are going to pitch when it's their time and it's their situation to pitch. I'm going to call on them. They're professionals, do their job. If not, get me different pitchers. It's that simple. We all said you didn't do anything in the offseason. You knew you had to bump up the pitching. This is what we got. Now, there is one name, once we go through everything you guys talk, there is one name that I am interested in that won't ever happen. But if we're having a crisis of pitching, there is somebody out.
I know who you're talking about.
Somebody on planet Earth
who just won his court case.
Yep.
Against 2 crazy ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And
man,
how does that
hire his lawyer back in the day?
I'm sorry, but how is he blackballed from the MLB when he's innocent? Like, I don't understand. Like, we've got crooks, we've got thieves, we got a lot of people in the MLB that aren't the greatest people in the world.
And here's the thing: did he fall off? He obviously is pitching well enough where he's at, so it's not like
other being
sports,
blackballed.
Again, it's not like other people or other sports that are being blackballed, but we could also look at them and say you're not performing.
Yeah.
He's performing.
I mean, right now he's kind of getting lumped in there with guys like Wander Franco. You know, because I mean, that's a good dude. He's not going to get to come back, right? I
Did you
mean,
say that's a good dude? Oh,
yeah,
my God.
sure. I mean, you know, I heard in his new league he's going to change his number to 17 because that's the one he's more comfortable with.
Oh, gosh. The views on the coach's box do not necessarily represent.
Saw that joke. I saw that joke the other day, and I'm like, oh dear God,
That's a pretty good joke.
That's funny, but it's terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
So he, I think
Not
that
everyone on the coach's box agrees with Chris Miller.
You agree it was funny. You agree it was funny. Come on,
Yeah,
it's funny.
It was funny.
You laughed. So the thing about Bauer is he should be pitching. He should be in Major League Baseball, and you could probably get him for a song and a dance. So that's right up Mosaic alley and
It
DeWitt's
can't
alley.
hurt. At this point, it can't
Well,
hurt.
sure it can, because you're taking away opportunities from quality pitchers like Miles Michaelis.
like in 1990s, that's what I call music CD. Like great
Stephen
pitchers
Matz.
such as
Stephen Matz.
Oh my God!
How about
Stephen
Palante?
Matz is
How about
horrible.
Palante pitches 71 pitches, and you had him in there long enough to give up 7 runs?
God.
Like he was responsible for 7 runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
But then you put Matz in, and Matz is. It's like, here,
Not
let me help you lose.
I mean,
this game.
yeah, we make fun of Michaelis. He's 4-2.
Oh, come on.
With the 3.90 GPA.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
ERA, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And
GPA.
he's got 55 innings pitched, and his whip is 1.247 with 34 strikeouts.
As I said, he's garbage. And I'm ready for us to move on from him.
4-2.
They're not moving on. They're going to have a 6-man rotation.
I'm aware. They're going to bring me. Well, hey, at least they're bringing McGreevy up. So we're going to bring in a 6-man rotation. I don't think people understand what that actually will do to the bullpen when you take your your other starting pitcher that you could be using to piggyback one of these clowns like Palante who can't go more than 4 innings. You can't pitch Libator more than 4 innings. We got all these guys who can barely get through 4 innings. And now you want to take the guy who can go 7 and say, we're going to throw you out there with these guys. And that means that you now have 6 pitchers locked into the rotation. That takes one of those guys away from being in the bullpen that you obviously can't run and manage because you are pitching the piss out of these dudes. I mean, Seth Maness was one who comes to mind because what happened to that dude?
One.
We wore him out. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I bet he couldn't even lift his arm up.
I feel like it's like, dude, I almost said something extremely inappropriate that I would say in the coach's office and not nearly around other people, especially on the air, about how used up he was. But he was used up completely. And that's what's happening to these guys in our bullpen right now. And I can't stress this enough.
So
Number one, they're not.
He was put in a lot, like in the game a lot.
He was played a lot. He
played a lot.
Yes. He had a lot of action. A lot of
It was
action.
really hard on his arm.
Very hard on him. And he was played a lot.
Yes.
He saw a lot of action. Too much action, mind you.
Too much action, yes.
And when he too much action, all of a sudden performance level.
All of a sudden the arm went boop.
Boop. Yep. So performance, arm dropped. Yep. Couldn't handle it. So obviously we got guys who they might have some talent, but again, why are you overusing your bullpen like they are? You've got to pitch these starters longer than what they're pitching them. You can't keep pulling these guys. And I get it. If they're getting hammered, they're getting hammered. But how about this? How about like, hey, don't show them a changeup for a while. Let's keep that one in the bag and let's locate our fastball a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And let's pitch like that. And let's try to get these guys out. Let's get some
really
ground ball outs.
Really sucks to suck.
You don't have a pitcher. You don't have a pitcher statistically going past the 5th inning.
No. I told you. Everybody thought like, oh, it's just Miller. Ain't just trashing them. The bullpen sucks. They were pitching well for a stretch. Dude, blind squirrels find acorns, but the squirrel ultimately dies because it's blind and it can't function. So guess what's happening to the bullpen? It's getting killed by every predator. It's like, oh, look, here comes
by every predator.
87-mile-an-hour fastball because this guy's arm is literally hanging by the skin. I am going to annihilate this pitch. I don't even need to think about anything else.
Let's get Wainwright to come out of retirement.
Well, then, okay, Jason, then it goes from 87 to 81.
Bad,
and we've got 4th string high school pitchers who can throw 81.
Do we got maybe we can get Loesch?
And what's he doing right now? Like, is Lee Smith available? I bet you Nolan Ryan can still throw.
I could say Nolan Ryan would still be throwing. Yep.
Anybody that says the Knicks did something dumb is dumb themselves.
Well, we appreciate that take. That's a very interesting take. We think that they're dumb for getting rid of Tibbs, but that's totally fine. Thanks for
JJ47K. Nice
who that
for
is.
you to chime in,
but that's cool.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, that's.
Totally fine. Matt's is the long reliever. Okay?
I thought you were going to say it was okay.
No. So you're going to bring McGreevy up. So that means who you're going to take down, who are you going to take out? Because you have to send somebody down unless somebody's hurt.
DFA some of these slugs. What the F?
I mean, I don't.
Clip it. It'll be on TikTok.
Right there.
You guys always put me on TikTok. Oh, nope,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Thibbs played his starters 715 more minutes than other team, it should be any other team, I guess, than other team in the playoffs. That's 15 more games.
Well, you know what? If I want to try to win and they're better than my scrub subs, I'm going to play the starters.
Yeah. They ain't playing. Hey, they're resting half the time because they ain't playing defense. So
that's true. Yeah. Cat's not playing any defense.
Only 3 out of the 5 are only playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like why don't you sit those other 2 guys down at the other end of the court and let them just stand there and watch?
Oh,
play
you
a
mean
triangle.
we're gonna no, that's
going back
Grinnell shit right there.
Well, that's like the always say version of Grinnell.
So okay, getting back to the Cardinals here. That was last segment. So you got the Royals, then you got the Dodgers, then you got the Brewers. Okay, that's
loss.
Right now, I think besides today or before today's game, they were like 4 games out of the Central, and I think they were holding on to the last wild card spot. So the question is going to wind up being, if they go through and they have a crappy little bit of this homestand, what are we going to be sellers? Are we going to be sellers I mean, it's only going to be mid-June, but if you're already out of the Central, if the Cubs run away with it in these next few weeks, you got decisions that you're going to have to make. I mean, in my opinion, and you already said, well, Helsley, if he's not either getting a chance to pitch because we're always playing from behind, or if he's not doing well, like Jarvis talked about his GPA, then then you know what I mean. If that's the case, he needs his own 504 and for his GPA to get better. I don't know, but here's the kick. Chris just wants
he may test into an IEP.
There's no modifications for the 9th inning. Go out and do your job, right?
No
The answer
modification.
is C. No, it's not. It's go pitch. Okay. So does his trade value go down? Chris
It
doesn't even know what to say.
It already has went down.
Or, I mean, I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
I
And you
can't
guys
believe-
tell me I say terrible things. I don't
What did
ever
we
say
say?
things like
What
that.
did we say? What
Oh,
was said?
he's got 504. Maybe he'll test it to an IEP.
I
You
never said
can't
that. You said
modify
that.
pitching. It's exactly what you said, word for word, verbatim.
I didn't say IP.
Jason did.
Oh, okay. Well,
All
there
I
you go.
said is he may test it.
Yeah, he didn't say
that's all I said.
pass fail. There's no
Gosh.
pass fail. I guess technically there is pass.
Yes, there is,
It's
sir.
win or lose. So I guess
That
technically
was
it is.
Zach. Your classes back at Grandview were pass fail.
No, it was
What's
not.
the
It was
answer?
show up, put your name on it. You see this shoe? It says Adidas.
Doug Schaefer, GPA modifications and ninth inning IEPs. This is the best episode ever.
Oh.
Well,
We're
I mean,
incorporating educational stuff in this show, okay?
Exactly.
maybe
Cross-curricular.
improperly, but we are.
It's
All I'm
definitely
saying is, we better get value out Arenado. You better get some value out of him. I
Oh
mean,
my
again, if
gosh.
it's 3
Who
weeks,
wants them?
if it's 3 weeks from now and we're double digits out of the Central, the crappy part in all of this, guys, is that here's what's going to happen. Everybody else in the wild card is probably going to be bad, and we're going to be like 4 games out. And they're like, no, we're close. Like we're
it.
right around 500.
Yep.
And we're in the playoff hunt, so we don't need to do anything.
Well,
We don't
right
need to
there in
make
the
any
play,
moves.
we're right there in the playoff push, and I
Yeah,
really hope
yeah.
that the trade deadline is a very active time for us, where we can be, competitive.
Indiana's got it
and-
down to 9.
Yeah. Well, that's only 9 points. I mean,
3 shots.
In the NBA,
3-point
it's
shot
3
change.
trips.
That's a minute. It's about a minute.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's about 20 seconds. I mean, if you
Yeah.
really want to think about it. So here's the thing, too. By the way, I think right now is a good time to put a bet on: will any Cardinal player hit over 25 home runs this year?
Let's see where we're at right now.
Well, I can tell you right now, we
Okay.
have Pagas has 4, Contreras
Down to
has
6, baby.
Donovan has 4, Wynn has 6,
Newt's got 8.
Arenado has 6. Newt's the guy who has the chance. He has 8. He's leading the Cardinals with 8 home runs. Guys, it's June. We don't have anybody in double-digit home runs.
Okay, so
It's not sustainable.
No, they were talking about this on ESPN.
Hmm.
Get rid of Arenado and you put what's his face there at third.
Walker.
No.
Gorman.
Oh, Gorman.
Gorman. And he bats about 218 and he hits 25 dongs. I'm fine with that.
There, he hit. I'm looking at him right now. He's played in 35 games. He's surprisingly has 95 at bats. Like I don't. What are you going to do with him? I mean, it's at this point, it's either play him, trade him, or DFA him. I don't know what. Same thing, and I know Walker's been out.
If you trade Arenado, you got to play Gorman the rest of the year.
At this, would you now? Again, it's all going to come back to money because you're going to have to pay a substantial percentage of his contract. But if you're not winning with him, and the whole point of bringing him in was to win, then get rid of him. Play the young guys, like Chris has said for however many years now, and then just say, you know what? Like you said, Jarvis, if he's only going to bat $190, but he's going to give you 25, 30 home runs, probably if he's only going to bat $190, that means he's only going to have about 50 RBIs. Okay, but at least he's, I guess, still maybe under player control. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's going into arbitration, so why not?
Here's the other thing, and I heard this because they were talking about, I think, Colorado, who's not doing very well this year, is that the way that the MLB sets everything up, you cannot have back-to-back years of top 10 draft pick, of being in the top 10 for a draft pick. So, like, I mean, and I don't know where the Cardinals were this past year, but within the last several years, they haven't necessarily been the best. So it's not like we're even going to have an opportunity to get a Pujols type player unless somehow, some way you're going to find him in the 13th, 14th round again. I don't know.
This is why Major League Baseball should change their. Why do we have reverb going on here?
That's me.
Oh, good job, Jason. Shooty.
Sorry, I was sharing the show.
Oh yeah. I will say this. This is why Major League Baseball should change their rules on how they do draft picks. Like they should allow you to trade your draft picks. It's insane that that's a thing. My dad is calling me right now. That is crazy. It's like, listen, we got the farm calling me, and I'm going to take this.
The farm. It's not his dad. It's the farm.
He's probably telling you how bad a coach you are.
Like, I'm watching your show. You suck.
Hey, Jarvis. I was going to say Jarvis. I mean, you talk about summer stuff. Like, would you run it up by over 30 in some summer games?
That was funny. Well, hey, you play all your varsity players on JV, you might as well run that shit up too.
Going to.
I'm going to.
I mean, he's got Trimmer on his staff too. Trimmer been known to run it up too. So hell.
You know what? I'm not going to pressure. We're just going to
draft get better. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving Chris.
I mean, I just want to know who they played in these 30 run ups.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. These 30 plus wins you guys have.
30 plus wins.
Yeah,
your 30 point win.
Oh. We played one of Principia's teams. We played a couple of AAU teams that were in our
Principia's C team.
It was something like that, yeah. I mean, they're talented.
Yeah.
But, and I don't have all my guys, so I was like, okay, we mixed our JV with some of the kids who play varsity, and we just took who we had. JV played really well, I thought.
I saw. There's so many things I want to say, but
I'm just waiting for you, Jarvis.
I don't care.
I'm trying to soft toss. I'm trying to soft toss it for you, Jarvis.
Listen, I know you are, but what if I end up coaching with them this year? I'm not gonna fuck. I'm gonna coach these kids.
Then I won't have to soft toss it. You guys just naturally do it, so that'll be fine.
No, what do you mean? No, I'd be like, yeah, we're beating the shit out of people, man, by 30. That's what we do at Fox. That's what I'd be saying.
Get better.
Hey, all I know is Trimmer called me and Eddie Laurel and Hardy. And he's like, this is, I'm like, first off, who makes that reference?
I was gonna say, did you tell him this is the
Did you tell him no one knows what
tell him this is a new millennia? This is a new millennia.
When he said it, I got Drew Strands and I got Eddie, and they kind of look and I go, you guys got to Google that. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Like they had no idea. And then of course Eddie comes back later and says, yeah, I Googled it. I get what you mean now. Thanks.
That's kind of funny.
That's again, hey, we don't have a safe place on our coaching staff. Zach can attest to this.
That is true.
There's some stuff that
good times, man. Good times.
Hey, but we can't speak of those things. It's like what happens in Vegas is what happens. Same kind. No, we don't talk about
except for apparently Jarvis would say COVID. That sucker spread.
Oh yeah.
What stays in the office comes on in the office stays like except for COVID.
I mean, we could just blame Ford. I mean, if we want to, it's just an easy one to
super spreader event.
Super spreader. Any final thoughts on the Cardinals here before we wrap this up? I mean,
get better.
How about bullpen? Like, hey, that's a word to use.
Well, but you know what? Gosh, I mean, it's just. I literally heard someone on 101 say that Marmol, they are happy with the way he has managed the bullpen, and I'm like Leahy's arm is like dragging the ground, folks.
Help him! Help him!
Somebody, please! I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the answer is, but get better players. I know that.
Well, but you know what? We can't do anything in the offseason because, see, here's what I don't get. And again, I don't understand hockey, but I understand the fact that if they don't have money for the salary cap to spend, you can't get anybody, okay? Baseball doesn't have a salary cap.
Okay,
it's
self-imposed.
It's a self-imposed.
But okay.
Because
I understand he made a point.
Yes.
Yeah, he was making a reference. I get it now.
Yeah, go back and rewatch it. It's fine.
Shut
up. But
hey,
yeah. But go spend. Go spend, at least again, improve just a little bit. You have to.
The wallet won't open.
Mm-mm. Nope.
The wallet is closed.
Yep.
Sorry. I was making sure that I was looking at our answers on people posting or retweeting or reposting, whatever it's called, on X. And as I'm scrolling to our part, someone has a picture of Sydney Sweeney and says Sydney Sweeney is a solid 2.5. Why are we overhyping mid? And it was a repost, and someone says that is the
be careful now.
I know the statement someone could ever make, and that is questionably straight statement someone could ever make. And I'm like, I'm dying here because that's of course she looks really good in this picture. You know, she's posing for one of their movies on the red carpet, and I'm like, yeah, okay, 2.5, right, good job. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I was just
Is this on our Twitter?
No, it's just on my stream. You know, like it is for the coach's box, because I'm just going through. I mean,
there's been a lot of interesting tweets from what I've heard lately.
On
like Elon Musk,
Elon and Donald battle the billionaires.
Like that. That escalated quickly.
Right.
Out of hand.
But yeah, he said, I'm going to take my ball and go home. Right,
Like, hey, how about this? I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Jason, I sent that tweet to you so that way you can read it. All right. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode of the Coach's Box up before it goes any further off the rails.
I was going to say, yep.
You know, because sometimes it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Always when we talk about the Cardinals, it's, you know.
Mid, by the way.
Hey, I want everybody to know this is like our, I don't know, whatever consecutive episode with no Jim. I'm too big for the Coach's Box powers.
There's no need to make fun of anybody's weight here, Jason. Come on.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to talk about how big that green shirt he had on last weekend was, but
my God,
now that you brought up his weight.
You said he's too big for the Coach's Box. And I'm like, no, we don't say that stuff here.
No. Yes, we do. He is too big. No. Big time. Not big as in weight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
I mean, I'm huge right now, too. I can't really say a whole lot. I'm just saying he's never here.
Yeah. All right, Jason. Golly.
Sorry.
Into the microphone. And with that, we appreciate everybody tuning in for another wonderfully free episode of the Coach's Box.
Free!
Hold on. The wonderfully free?
Wonderfully free. Next week, I'm going to be going to Kansas City, so I don't know if these nerds and all of their wonderment can run the show.
Tech savvy? Nope.
Yeah, it's tech savvy. Push the button on, push the button on.
Hollywood Jim. Yes, that would be right.
All right. We'll see if Kevin is back and if Jim decides to make an appearance. If not, we will see you as soon as we can. For all of us here and for all of us who are not here, we appreciate, again, you guys hanging out with
Normally
us.
Not here.
Normally not here. Whatever. Hollywood Jim.
And none of that is towards Kevin. Kevin has good reason.
Kevin's got family in town, and we're okay with everybody's fine. It's fine if you're here, you're fine if you're not. We have a good time one way or the other.
It's free either way.
It's free either way. You just spend your time, which probably costs you more. So we will see you guys again the next time for another episode of the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast. Till then, good night, God bless, and take care.
See ya.
This episode of the Coach's Box Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.